Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. With only 0.6% of all characters that are level 250 or higher in MapleStory Global being blasters, it is the 6th least played class in the game. In this video we're gonna dive deeper into Reddit's favorite hyperburning class to figure out why no one plays blaster. The current MapleStory meta is dominated by easy to play classes like Dawn Warrior and Buccaneer, who either use just one attack and jump around the map or just jump around the map and stuff dies. That's basically it. With MapleStory players finding new creative ways to play the game even lazier every day. Classes that require more skill are often less popular, and boy does Blaster require a lot more skill to play. It's not like Thunderbreakers where you can get away with just spamming your combo. No. Blaster requires you to hold down and cancel skills, animation cancel, combo, and do all of that in quick succession for the most optimal playstyle. I didn't name this character My Fingers Hurt for no reason, and of course in true unpopular class fashion there also is a gauge and a bullet system to manage. But besides all of that, there is just something so satisfying about seeing highly skilled blasters zoom across the map, pressing probably 6 times more buttons than any other classes do. There actually are a ton of highly skilled blasters out there, and there's plenty of videos to check out as well, and I definitely recommend checking those out if you want to learn more about Blaster. Of course, after you're done watching this video, please don't go. Before we go over the bossing and mobbing, I want to explain a few things about this class and what it can do, and it will probably take up most of this video because there is a lot to explain. So the Savior update actually made Blaster a little bit easier to play. Your revolving cannon that causes additional explosions and attacks after using one of your 2 main skills, Magnum Punch and Double Blast, is now a passive. So that's pretty amazing, and either I never noticed while playing this class, it also has been about 3 years since I played this class for more than 10 minutes. But using Magnum Punch links into Double Blast if you tap the skill twice, which is super wild. But every time you use one of those attacks, Revolving Cannon is triggered, so you'll deal more damage with your awesome explosions. But this also consumes a bullet. Consume all 6 bullets and you gotta reload, which means no more awesome explosions while you're reloading, lowering your damage in, for example, boss fights, and no one likes dealing less damage. So this is where your bobbing and weaving skills come in. These 2 dashes can be held down. Releasing that button makes you dash either forward or backwards, and boom, you'll reload 2 bullets while dashing. Great, but oh no, the dash has a really long animation and it's so slow. That's where your jumping comes in. Blaster can jump to cancel the dash, you still reload your bullets, but you don't move as far and you're out of your animation a lot quicker. That way you'll never run out of bullets when you go bossing. Blaster has to constantly start charging their dash, attack, release the dash, cancel the movement by jumping, and repeat that really fast. Guys, I'm gonna be honest here, I'm a 33-year-old and every day I see more gray hairs when I look in the mirror. I'm getting too old to do these combos properly, probably, I guess that's it. I'm just gonna blame my age for my poor hands. But that's just one mechanic that you're mostly using when bossing. Their main mobbing skill is called Shotgun Punch. The skill and especially the aftershocks have gotten a huge hitbox boost over the last 3 years, which makes grinding better. But the attack itself is a bit slow. Thankfully, you can use your bobbing and weaving dashes to also make this attack go faster. Just make sure to cancel your dashes. You can't mash like I'm doing now, you have to do it controlled, so you can use the animation faster and train more efficient without jumping all over the place. That's another part of your mechanics. And then there also is skating. This also helps your training go a lot smoother. Skating is done by binding your double jump skill to a key. Then use, for example, bobbing, jump, and then press the double jump key at the same time. I've been practicing for a day and I'm not sure why it's so hard for me to do it consistently. I don't even dare to do this while mobbing because there's just so many things to keep in mind. I cannot keep up. But pro blasters use skating a lot when grinding, and it definitely helps your mobility. And of course, blasters can also animation cancel a bunch of their attacks. So Blaster also has a gauge that has to be filled up by using Revolving Cannon, those awesome explosions, after using Magnum Punch and Double Blast. Once the gauge hits 6, you can use a very powerful attack called Bunker Buster. But the end delay of this skill is again kinda long. We don't want that. We want to continuously mash all these buttons at the same time, like 3 skills per second, you know, the blaster way. So you can charge one of your attacks called Hammer Smash. Hold down the button for this skill, so charge it, then use Bunker Buster, then let go of Hammer Smash, use the skill, and boom, you're out of your animation. But wait, there's more, because Hammer Smash can also be cancelled by using one of your dashes, bobbing or weaving. So pro blasters first hold down bobbing or weaving, hold it down, then hold down hammer smash, then use bunker buster, release hammer smash, then release bobbing or weaving, then jump to break out of your dash, and boom, you just animation cancelled a bunch of your skills, which allows you to attack even faster. And of course you're doing all that while you're doing your regular combo of holding down the dash, attacking, releasing, jumping, and repeat, repeat, repeat. Blaster is probably one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult class to play in the game, and that's a double-edged sword. Can't play Blaster very well, then his mobbing and bossing will feel really subpar, really bad. Can you play him well? Well, his mobbing is decent these days, but holy moly, this class deals a lot of damage. Playing Blaster well means dealing extremely consistent high damage, and you have great burst as well. It's actually probably one of the strongest classes in the game, but only if you can play it well. Blaster also has insane mobility. It has a skill similar to Corsair's recoil shot, where you can blast yourself backwards, but this skill uses up bullets and has no cooldown. So you can use it up to 6 times in a row, and it also works as an up jump. You can really zoom across any big map as a blaster, it's really fun. And you can combine your dashes with your detonate backblast skill for even more movement. Mobility wise, this class is cracked. Blaster also has 2 invincibility frames, one of which is your 4th job skill Revolving Blast, which also doubles as a bind, and the 5th job skill Bullet Blast also makes you invincible when charging and when you use the skill immediately. Then you also get a shield when you take damage, which also ties into a healing skill that can be used every 200 seconds. And of course, all that dashing around can be tricky when you need to think about your movement, especially when bossing. But whenever a charging skill is released, Blaster also takes 35% less damage for a short while, even when releasing the charging attack Hammer Smash, which by the way also leaves a debuff that increases Blaster's final damage against the debuff monster, so that's part of your bossing rotation where you also debuff the boss. Blaster has all the tools, the damage, the mobility, and the flexibility to be one of the best classes in the game, but the crazy high skill ceiling and intense comboing makes this class hard to get into, so hard that even a meme on Reddit can't make it more popular. Again, if you're interested in learning more about this class, I highly recommend checking out videos from people who actually can play this class unlike me. I left some links to some great Blaster videos in the top comment. And that's all for today's video. What do you think of the Blaster class? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, special thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanoy, Jesus Rodriguez, Claudie Mora, Wiley, Riser Are You, BackSpaceOTI, Ziggy Deer, Historycanon, Saffronyx, Flidiot, Knifesu, Cloudfix, Sir Tito 655, Michael Manchaka, Rathius, Afterlord, Betrayal 1489, Silvio Nato, Striker Elk, Tidal 1 Pun, Victor Sundstrom, Mathias Simonsson, Mr. Anark, Ben on Games, The Passenger, Kani Wu, Max Bernhardt, Muka 1017, BNB King, Scotty Flies Fast, Gabriel Eck, Fecko, Vake Botnet, Dante Victory, Mathinu Dev, Snack HBG, Only, Lord Fazil, Spots D. Kaiser, That Archie Guy, Louis Bento Brandao, Snufflepop, Tails Curspet, The Wolf Drake, Gabriel Wolf, Pre-Big Bang, Best Guild Luna, Casual Volk, and Quinn. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe, and happy mapling!